Today, it's time to leave the mountains behind as we travel through Abra to Vigan.
Okay. Officer.
Good morning again from Vigan, and I'm going to miss this brilliant view every time I wake up in the morning and go out like this, going, the world's still here. Bye for now, Vigan. What I love about the motorbike is you feel everything. You feel the cold air, you see the mist, the chills. You're one with nature. This bit of the road's a bit dull. What are you doing here? So random. Someone told me the Cordilleras is where the old Delicas, the old Hiaces, these old vans come to die. And they never die because you just keep them going, keep them going. I've seen so many of them. Really characteristic of here. So, morning.
From where are you?
From UK, but coming from Vigan.
Vigan?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're from here to vacation, sir?
No, I live in Davao. Actually, I came from Davao.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have a wife here or girlfriend?
Wife in Davao. Yeah, so now I'm just riding, yeah.
Now, where are you going?
To Abra.
Abra?
Yeah. It's okay. Okay.
Coffee, sir.
It's okay, thank you. Thank you.
Have a nice day and a happy trip, sir.
Thank you, you too. Goodbye. Oh, what nice guys. Even the checkpoint offers me coffee. That's the best thing ever. Even the checkpoint. I told you, everyone offers you coffee in Kalinga.
I'm gonna miss the mountains. I've realised that Luzon's really big, and the areas even further north will have to wait for another trip.
Oh, and we got a free shower again, just before you've got to slow down. Wow, it's oh, that's wet. Of course it is, it's water. I feel safer standing here than if I'm on top of a barrier. I might actually fall off that. I love this area, you know? Just everywhere you see, and this is just driving down the road, you can see these gorgeous rocks with, like this, small communities on the sides. It's like hill stations, you know? It's just, I know there's so much more to see, and you can really create your own adventure here, for sure. Who's this guy? Very interesting. Belgian guy. Yeah, so he had a vehicle accident right here. My guess is he fell into the gorge. But it just reminds you, this is a treacherous place. Wow. Not as dangerous as it used to be. Certainly not as dangerous as the 1970s, but gotta be careful. I'm just enjoying this place, to be honest with you. I've never tired of these hillside towns. They're fantastic. Can't fit a road through there. RCP something, Royal Canadian Police Constable. Kyle Gentleman. So we already have a warning that the road's going to be a little bit bad in places. Sections. So,
Where are you going?
to Abra.
Abra?
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, this way?
Yeah.
Okay, not this way.
Not this way.
Okay. This way, thank you. I'm glad I spoke to them. I misread the map. That goes to the centre of Passil. Here we are. Reminds me of the ice cream man when I first came to the Philippines. Always came past my house every day on the bike, I think it was. I have no idea what that says.
Hill stations sat above massive valleys. Kalinga. the land of mystery.
What I like about these rice terraces are they're built in with nature. They've taken a small part that's relatively flat, cut it out, it avoids soil erosion, and they can grow so humans can live, nature can live. I love it. And of course there must be irrigation of some sort because there's a little waterfall at the bottom. And this is a beautiful, beautiful place. So we're going to head over now towards Abra.
Welcome to the, whatever that was, Balbalan National Park. This is actually one of the largest remaining pine forests in the whole country. So pine trees are actually endemic here. And this is a beautiful, beautiful valley as we go towards Abra. All this is regrown, everything. Of course, the roads would have been cut out and then just conifers would have fallen from the top, and here we are. New pine forest. In a few years, it'll be beautiful. And what I also find interesting is you see the pines are not on monoculture. There are other trees coexisting.
Just standing underneath these pines, and they're wild. They're wild grown. These weren't planted. It's a huge, huge park. I forget how many hectares. I'll say it in the voiceover.
25,000.
And we're surrounded by pine trees. And they're naturally regrowing. I can see the sections where the road's been cut out. They're coming back again. This landscape's very, very different. And it's very, very cool to see. And of course, I'm from South Wales. And in South Wales, they use pine trees to replant the old coal mining areas, to reforest. And it's very, very different because you can tell they've been planted. They've been set up for lumber, basically. These ones, wild planted, they're all over the place. And I like that. It's very, very cool up here.
If Switzerland had rice paddies, this is what it would be. Oh, cows blocking the road. If Switzerland had rice paddies and cows in the road. Hello. Morning.
From here, it's a climb towards the provincial boundary, where we can see the pine forest in its true majesty.
I've noticed this on some of the roads in the Cordilleras. You have a waterfall and then they make a ford in the road. Wow, here we are.
And at 1,800 meters above sea level, you can see everything. And I prefer this angle.
Welcome to Abra, another part of the Cordilleras, and we're leaving this absolutely fantastic pine forest behind, though I guess it continues a bit further. Abra means opening, river opening, and we'll see that in a while when we get down towards the bottom.
This section by the border's newly concreted. There's only a small part of rough road remaining.
I was warned about these sections, but as I say, if an Nova can do it, so can I. But this is very manageable, you know.
And it didn't last long.
Landslide! The trees are regrowing already, it's awesome! Pine trees love this red acidic soil. Stop! Hammer time! Ah, I see why they need this kind of groundwork here. We're going over, I think, just between... Wow. Incredible. You're scaring me, mate.
This one's a roadblock.
Hello. 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 How are you? Hi. Hello.
And here the landscape looks dry and barren, like in Occidental Mindoro a couple of weeks ago.
Hello again, you've moved. We're now out of the protected area, as you can probably tell, and we're coming down into Likoa'anba'ai, I think it's called that. It's a complicated name that I'm going to learn at some point.
To be honest, I just powered through the next section. Lots of banking, but I stopped for lunch here.
Kulas told me to stop here, so I'll take it as advice. That was good. Tapsy dog. Right, it's warm, I don't need this anymore. We're gonna head all the way down to the coast from here.
And I didn't film much from here because, to be honest, I'm not used to the heat anymore.
Mainit. Mainit. Go. So go. Sa Vigan. Oo. Malayo pa. Pero medyo malapit. Kalinga kasi. Kalinga. Oo. Malayo.
Bakit siyang ganang galit? Saan ka nagbumat ka sa Kalinga, papunta dito?
Pasyal lang. Tour na lang, oo.
This tunnel's located almost on the boundary of Abra and Ilocos Sur.
The ocean! I haven't seen the ocean for so long. 100 premium. Yeah.
Where are you from, sir?
From UK, British. But I live in Davao.
Davao, sir. Sticker? Look, sir.
No, I have no more sticker, no more. Yeah. Ubos na.
Right.
Ah.
You take care right now?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, guys.
Hey guys. Thank you. Bye bye.
And this is the Abra, the gap in the mountains through which the Abra River flows, going out to the West Philippine Sea.
Here we are in Vigan. I left the motorbike there. I'm just going to wander around. It's nice. Everything's heritage themed as well, which is really nice. I was going to take a little wander across tonight, and then I'll actually go and have a better wander tomorrow in the daytime. I know that name. This is one of the best preserved old Spanish towns in the whole of the Philippines. Okay, that's happening first.
One of the foods Vigan's known for.
You can see the bricks through these. Some of these are not so well maintained, but in a way, this is really interesting to see the original brickwork underneath. It's just nice that not much of this got damaged by the earthquake last year. I'll have a look tomorrow more. Today, I've got a different mission on my hands. Oh.
One of these heritage buildings houses craft beer. Yeah, that's happening.
Oh, thank you.
This is for the blonde ale, this is the wheat ale, stout, and the IPA.
Perfect. Light first. Blonde ale. Ooh. Wheat ale, that's strong. Got a strong flavour, but very strong bodied. Wow, okay. Stout. Yeah, it's good. Stout IPA. Bestseller. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And you can get a smoked meat plate with your flight of beers.
Oh, now I smell it. The non-traditional Ilocano food.
Yeah. Actually, that's a Western food.
Yeah.
Smoked barbecue. We're using coffee on our wrap. That's the main ingredients of our wrap. So it's turned like that.
Coffee from
Yeah,
Kalinga,
and then some from upland municipalities.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Look at that. Tender. Right, let's give it a go. I like the sign as well.
Then Louis offered to show me the brewery.
So when we open that tank, we need to clean that tank for tomorrow. Work will be from scratch, from milling to mashing, fermentation until boiling, fermentation until the carbonation process. It's quite small for this 800 liter system. We have 6 flavors available. Right? The blonde ale, wheat ale, pale ale, IPA stout, and we have 1 lager.
IPA, like when I drink, brilliant. IPA plus blood type there. And now I'm going to wander back, take a rest, and I'll be back in the morning to have another look around.
Vigan, a UNESCO World Heritage Site considered the best preserved planned Spanish town in Asia. The architecture is a mix of European and Chinese, because this port traded with China long before Spanish colonisation.
All these very historic fast food chains. First thing I see today. Good morning, by the way. I'm going to church. The very historic drive-thru's open, but I think the church is closed. I think it was damaged during the earthquake last year, and so it's too dangerous to be allowed into, which is a shame. It's nice to walk around the side of it, just have a little wander around. And now I found the historic Greenwich. All this fast food's so historic here. And I just found a historic 7-Eleven. Everything's historic. I'm gonna get in a Kalesa before I get told off. Riding a Kalesa, the old form of transport. What's your name, Kaya?
Jason, sir.
Jason. Nice to meet you. I'm Ansel. Nice to meet you. I'm gonna break in. I think this is the one that was famously damaged during the last earthquake, which is a shame. So it would have been beautiful.
The Bantai Bell Tower dates back to 1591.
Okay.
You want to go to museum?
No, just look around
Look
some.
around?
Yeah, just look around some buildings.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not used to riding this. Maybe I'm riding it like wrong.
I mean, this seemed like the way to get around, right?
The birthplace of Padre Burgos.
Ah, Padre Burgos. Okay.
And the other place is birthplace of President Elpidio Quirino.
Many historical figures born here. Actually, Vigan's an island, I realised as we crossed over the river. Slightly less historic 7-Eleven.
And this was a nice way to take in the sights and sounds of the surroundings. And then on to Calle Cristalogo, the hub of the old town.
Full of souvenir shops now, but you still get that historic air, you know? Feels like you're in something, somewhere that was something before. This one, I guess, was damaged before, needs restoration. I wonder if that's a cellar or if it's sunken. Very interesting. Thought I'd left the Cordilleras behind. Impossible. Never. So the reason for all the Cordillera places is that even before the Spanish came, this was an important trading port. It sat on an island before the Mestizo River silted up. And so products from the Cordilleras, gold, beeswax, all kinds of other indigenous stuff came down and would be traded with the Chinese here. Now the Spanish saw this and saw this as a perfect place to establish settlement up here in Ilocos. The food as well, you can taste the Spanish influence almost. The food is more meaty, more herby, it's different to normal Filipino food. The influences of history really show, and I love how they've preserved this. That's why it's so important actually to preserve historic architecture, to preserve history, and preferably to preserve my pronunciation of the English language, which is impossible. That's why Jason took me here. There's a mural of a Kalesa. Cool guy. Shy, but very cool guy, knowledgeable. This is why I like taking these little tours around sometimes. You see stuff you never know otherwise. I'm in a hotel room. Before I finish, I saw this wine when I went past, and I was really intrigued by it because it says the Bassi Revolt. Bassi Revolt, I thought that's an interesting name. So I looked it up. This wine called Bassi is traditional Ilocano sugarcane wine. And it used to be, I mean, it was a social drink, of course, and it used to be used in rituals, so it had a lot of importance. And in the 1780s, the Spanish actually monopolized alcohol production, so they couldn't produce this anymore. 1807, they revolted. All came together and came here in Vigan to revolt. It got put down, but that's an interesting alcohol-based piece of history from up here. Seemed interesting for the end of this. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to start heading south again. Unfortunately, I don't quite have enough time to keep going north and around this trip. But, for sure, I'm going to go up to Ilocos Norte, Cagayan, these parts of Luzon. I've never been there yet. So, it'll happen soon. Now, back south. We'll go back to the mountains, though, because it's too hot. See you next time.